Hey guys, it's your girl Kaisha. I'm back with another video on how to stay motivated to create. I have a couple of tips for you that hopefully will help you to live your best creative life. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Tip number 1, morning pages and artist dates. Wait, gotta get something, one sec. If you are creative and you have not read this book, you gotta get it. Girl, you gotta get it, homeboy. Y'all got to get this book. Now, I'll be honest, I have not finished reading it. I made it halfway through and then I stopped. And one of the reasons I stopped is because this book is like a course. It's kind of like a 12-week course where you have like assignments and things that you have to do. And the particular season of life that I was reading this book, things got really busy for me on the other side of my creative life. I booked a show and I wasn't able to dive into this the way that I wanted to. So I'm going to be starting this over in a different season. Not sure when that'll be, but I'm going to start it over and do it. And I think it's such a good book. This book is called The Artist's Way. Can y'all say TSS? Talk to me. The Artist's Way. That the TS's have always gotten me throughout my life, but yeah, that's the name of the book, and it is by Julia Cameron, and this is, I guess, the 25th anniversary edition of the book. I think it's fabulous. Guys, if you're creative, you absolutely have to get this book. In the book, she talks about doing morning pages, and it's basically 3 pages of journaling. Stream of consciousness journaling, where you just free write for 3 pages, whatever comes to mind. Nothing is too dumb, nothing is too stupid. You just write whatever comes to mind. I have literally come up with so many ideas from morning pages, and not even intentionally. Like, it's just things my mind is generating and I'm writing them down, and that practice has worked really well for me. Another thing that she talks about in this book is doing artist dates. So taking yourself out to somewhere you've never been before, like in going out for 20 minutes and doing walks and different things like that to help inspire and motivate your creativity. So if you don't already incorporate those practices into your daily or weekly routines, I highly suggest that you do that. And I also highly suggest that you read this book. You're welcome. The second tip on how to stay motivated is to take in more than you put out. As a creative, you tend to put out a lot. I know for myself personally, as a creative, when I'm uploading videos every week to YouTube, I'm doing that twice a week. I also teach. I teach a class once a week. I do a lot of inspiration on my Instagram when I'm doing like my Instagram stories and things like that. So I put out a lot of content. But if I wasn't taking in content, I wouldn't have as much to put out. So I listen to a lot of podcasts. I also myself watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I take in, I read, I take in a lot of different kinds of content so that I have things to inspire me to put out the content that I create. My last and final tip is for you to fill your own cup up first. Guys, I can't tell you how beneficial thinking about this practice daily has helped me, not only as a creative, but as a person. So I try very hard to follow a really, really good morning routine. If you haven't seen my morning routine video, you can check it out up here. However, in my morning routine, one of the things that I do first is I think of my morning routine as filling up my cup. And I also think of my evening routine as filling up my cup. So basically what I'll do to fill up my cup is by caring for myself. I care for my spirit, I care for my mind, and I care for my body. So for example, to care for my spirit, I read devotionals in the morning first thing. I will open up my Jesus Calling app or my Bible Plan app, and I'll fill my spirit with a devotional. To care for my body, I'll go through my skincare routine and I'll make sure that I'm loving on my skin. To care for my body, I will also drink water in the morning or eat my breakfast and different things like that, or get my workout in. That's another way that I care for my body. I'll care for my mind by journaling and like checking in with myself to say, Kaisha girl, you good? How we doing? So these are all different things that I do to fill up my cup. Filling up my cup also involves a lot of what I talked about in the second point, and that is taking more in than what I put out. So listening to those podcasts and watching YouTube videos and taking in information and learning really, really helps me to fill up my own cup. I'm going to share with you guys quickly a book that I'm reading right now. Let me go and grab it. Guys, this is one of the best books that I have ever read, and I'm not even done. I'm like almost halfway through. I think I'm on chapter 7. This book is called Atomic Habits by James Clear. It was recommended on Instagram by one of my favorite bloggers, influencers, just all around queen, Maddie James. And she recommended this book. So hubby, my husband and I, we're reading this book right now, and it is so good, guys. It's so funny because I'm reading the book and my husband says a lot of these things and he actually kind of like thinks this way a lot already, so it's actually kind of funny to be reading it because I feel like I hear these things at home already from my husband, from a lot of the things that he talks about and he says. He's a pretty disciplined person for the most part, but I'm sharing this with you because this is one of the ways that I fill my cup. So I am really trying to zone in and pay attention to my habits so that my habits can be most effective in helping me to achieve the different goals that I want for myself. I want to be on Broadway. I don't know how many times, I probably say that 500 times a week. I really want to be on Broadway. However, in order to achieve that goal, there's a lot of work that has to get done. And because there are a lot of different things going on in my life, I want to make sure that my habits support that goal. And so this book is a way for me to pour back into myself. And so I read this book whenever I'm on public transportation, and that's how I'm able to get through books that I want to read. One of my goals for 2019 was to read 12 books. I kind of fell off of that goal because I stopped reading on the train. However, I'm going to have a bit of a commute in this next show that I'm a part of, so I'm definitely going to finish this book and I'm going to pull off some more books off my bookshelf, and I'm looking forward to doing that. Guys, make sure you pour into yourself some kind of way, and you can do it in simple ways by just reading like 10 pages a day. Don't feel like you have to read a chapter. You can read 10 pages as long as you do something so that you pour back into yourself. Alright guys, that's all I have for you in this video. My next video is super exciting. I'm going to be sharing my top 5 Instagram story hacks that I think every creative needs to use. So if you are interested in seeing that video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and then also make sure you turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss it. Guys, I would love to hear from you in terms of how you feel about this kind of content, so make sure you use that like button to let me know if you liked it, and comment below. Let's talk in the comment section. Alright peeps, I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!